Welcome back to Tabletop Simulator with the mod Kingdom Death Monster by Mr. Slack. Last time we left off, we were just ready to depart. On our mission here, we're taking Brick, the clutch fighter, armed with a dagger and our lion coat. We're taking a Phalor here with the bone blade, and he is the Orator of Death, which allows him to bring insanity to the other survivors once per showdown. Gives them a couple insanity, which protects them from brain attacks, acts like armor for the brain. Ying is coming along with the catgut bow, and Shella is coming along with the frenzy drink and the king spear here, so she can hit from reach from 2 spaces away. We are now hunting the lion, so we're going to start probably over here. We'll just drop the chit here so I know who's the person that's activating it. I think I'm going to do it this time. Here we go. Hunt party is moving along the trail. So what have we got here? Mark territory. The white line has marked this area. If any survivor has 3+ understanding, they realize the area is covered in ammonia. If they have not innovated it yet, the survivor's settlement gains the ammonia innovation. And I don't think anybody has it. The understanding, nobody has. Almost. Shella is 2, but not 3. So it's not going to be a lucky day for us there. All right, we'll roll the dice. Reds are the 10s. That's 79. And we're going to have to pop here and find 79. There it is. All right, 79. Dying Small Prospector. If your settlement already has a Portcullis key, the Prospector is gone. Roll again on the hunt event table before moving on to the next... onto the hunt board. Survivors discover a body slumped against a large stone face. Moving closer, they find a small dying prospector riddled with arrows. As they approach, he growls a warning, threatening them with a huge stone shard. When he sees that they are not evil monsters, he calms down and gives them the key. With his dying breath, he says, "This is the key to the Portcullis. Without it, you will never get through. Record the Portcullis key in the settlement record sheet. If the settlement has graves, the event register builds a small amount of broken stone noses and gains small monument of broken stone noses and gains +1 understanding." Is that it? That's pretty good, actually. All right. So let's see here. We do have graves, don't we? No, we just got Protect the Young. Oh, I thought we were going to get one. We need somebody to die to get that. We need to find the Portcullis key in the settlement record sheets. Okay, I can make a note of that. I don't know if there's a card for that. I think there's probably not. I'm going to check through some of this decks here. Let me see. Okay, I couldn't find anything, so we're going to have to just make a note of that in our our timeline here. Settlement notes. We have the Portcullis key. Whatever that is. Is that what it told us to make a note of? Whoops. 79 here. Yeah, the Portcullis key. Without it, you'll never get through. I wonder what that is. I've never seen that before. I have no idea. Okay, well, that was kind of interesting. We'll move on to the next revealer here. And this one says the white lion cub again. Oof. The survivors find a white lion cub. They may choose to slay the cub. If they do, each survivor gains 1 basic random resource. The event revealer rolls on the table below. 1 to 3, the lion comes in enraged, and it's the mother. 4 to 7, the father shows up immediately, and 8 to 10, nothing happens. If they spare the cub, roll on the random hunt event table. 1 basic random resource. Yes, we're killing that thing. We're out here hunting, and we found something to kill. So, no mercy. Whoops. Double flip that. Okay. So we will put these in a pseudo discard. I think you could probably just reset it. Don't have to do that, but... and then we're going to give 1 to each person, just in case something happens and somebody has to archive all their gear, they lose it. We got 2 hides, a random anything, and a monster organ. You have no idea what the bit this monster is. It can be used as bone, organ, or hide. That's great. That's good things right there. All right, now we got to roll on the table, though. D10. Big money. 2. That's bad. That's the mother lion. She shows up enraged. So, starts the showdown immediately. All right. Showdown. White lion. Level 1. Begin showdown. Okay, and we need to find the enraged mood. There it is. So it starts with this in play, and when it comes into play, draw an AI card, but it's already in play. It's not drawn, so I don't think I have to draw that. When it's in play, it gains +1 monster or damage per monster level. Very dangerous monster here now. When a survivor suffers any dismembered, severe injury, or is killed, discard. All right. So we take a +1 damage token, which is extremely dangerous without armor. And what do we got here? We got a stone face. Stone face, if we jump on top of it, it gives our ranged weapon a +2 and accuracy of +2 as well, which is really good for our bow. So we need to make sure our guy with the bow is probably standing on that to start out, maybe. Or we could hide and let him climb on it. And a lava pool, I've never seen that either. If a survivor moves through or ends movement on this terrain, they suffer 1 damage and return all their flammable gear to the settlement storage. That's interesting. If any other terrain is placed on it, it melts and is archived. If you hop from one, you can hop from one stone to another. You fall in, suffer 5 damage to a random location. Ouch. Or you gain courage for hopping through it. Set it up adjacent to the monster. I'm going to put it on the back side of it there. Okay. And let's see. The stone face. We can move this grass around anywhere, I think, because in the setup here, it just says we just have the tall grass. It doesn't tell us where to put it. So let's see. We can either hide our people or we can put somebody on this, but I'm afraid the white lion's going to come after him and tear our archer up if we do that. But it might be worth it. The tall grass does give us the ability to hide and attack for a round, so I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll turn the lion away, start it off. We'll pop this right here. And we'll put the grass over here. I think we're going to hide in that. Where's our archer? Ying is our archer. And this has to be 5 spaces away. 1, 2. Yeah. But let's move this on this side, I think. Over here. That'll be 5 spaces away, I believe. And 4 spaces away from other tall grasp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's more than 4. That's 5 away. We get +2 evasion for being in it. And Archer needs to get up here. So first turn maybe to get on the stone face. And that'll give her +2 accuracy, which is something that's really, really nice. And +2 range in case the monster runs around. All right. All right, let's draw. Quick shuffle here. All right, bat around. Closest threat facing, no. Closest threat in field of view, no. So it's going to sniff instead, which is why we kind of hid from it. If it sniffs, it ends its turn, and until the end of the next round, all survivors are now threats, so we can't hide from it anymore. We're going to have to come out here. So I'm going to move Ying over here. And then to get on the stone face, you have to activate. So use your activation to get up on top of it. And then Ying is done. That's all she can do. And then I think we can move Brick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, into the rear arc here. And swing the dagger. And the dagger will hit on a 7 and wound on a 7. But 6 will hit, actually. Also, if we land a perfect hit with a dagger, we get 1 survival back, so that's kind of nice for a tanky character. That's 3 hits because of the blind spot attack. So 1, 2, and 3. These wounds are dangerous right here. Basic attack back. So we're going to do the beast ribs first, since that's a free miss if we miss, or wound, doesn't matter. Hey, that is a wound. 7 is what we need. Good, we got rid of a card. Beast ribs done. Question is, do I want to go for the basic attack or just let it run away? If it runs away, full move away, it won't be able to get back to us very easily, but it can get back to Brick, but he can dash now, because we got the dash to get out of the way. So I think I'm going to try to do the beast chest next. And that wounds, so he's going to stay right there. Brick is doing well here. And the last one. A crit! Brick! My man! That cancels the reflex. Here's the card is going to be moved over. And here we see the white line's vision is impaired. It gains a -1 accuracy token. That is awesome. Brick just tore that line a new one with his little dagger, bone dagger there. All right, great job, Brick. Okay, I think we're going to send in the, let's see, we'll take a look here. The spear is pretty good, 6 and a 4 to wound, so I think we're going to send our spear in next. We're going to stand to the side here, I think. Shella might get attacked, though, from there. I think it's probably okay. She can take a little bit of hits, but she don't want to take too many. She doesn't have really much in the way of armor or anything. But she can dodge, so we're going to go ahead and swing at him with the spear. King Spear. Shella here with the white dice. She hits on a 6. And 1 hit. Failure performs a basic action. She wounds on a 4, so it's a good chance of hitting, and she does. No problem. Wow, we're ripping this line up here. Phalor can't get there with the bone blade because Brick's in the way. So we'll let Phalor just move a little bit up and end a turn there. So everybody's done. All right. Except for Phalor not being able to get in to hit, that was a good round, so we will do the next turn. Now comes the dangerous part. Size up. Now that doesn't even take the enraged into effect. Size up. So random threat in field of view. There are 3 of us. Brick doesn't count, so we're going to roll here, starting with Ying as 1, 2, 3. So, okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's Ying. So we're going to turn towards Ying. And size up says, on a result of 4+, the target suffers a brain damage and is knocked down. And can't dodge that because it's against the brain. Let's just hope we get a miss here, and we don't. So we'll get a brain damage and get knocked down. And that's the end of the monster's turn. Alright, so, oh, by the way, I forgot. We got this one right here. On arrival, gain 1 insanity right there and 1 survival. Our survival is maxed out, but we can gain an insanity. That's the only arrival that I think we have here. Okay, so, yeah. Our Order of Death could give people insanity. We can't get behind it in the blind spot now. That's kind of a problem. So I think Brick probably could just stand there, but he might get grabbed if we attack. We're going to go ahead and let Shella hit, I think. Or we could let Brick go to the side. Now let's let Shella attack first. So Shella, whoops, I took Shella's brain off there. I need to take Ying's brain. There we go. Okay, Shella's still okay. Ying I did knock down. Alright, so Shella's going to go ahead and attack now. And she didn't get any hits. So she can still move, so she's going to move back into the tall grass. Let's see, we would like to make somebody hit the lion. I think the bone blade is the best shot, but of course don't want to charge the face. Let's let Shella encourage Ying to stand up. And then Ying can actually fire the, well, let's see. Yeah, fire the bow. I'm afraid it actually will drive him through here. So I think we need to get out of the way with Brick. Let's move Brick to the side and attack with 3. You can always dash out of the way too. Those are 3 misses. Alright, so Ying's gonna attack, and to hit, it's a 7, but because of the accuracy bonus for being on the stone face, it's a 5 to hit. So we're gonna roll a 5 to hit. Come on, Ying, we could use some hits here. 2 hits. They would have hit anyway. Failure gives a basic attack, and wound gets a priority target. So we're gonna go for the wound first. We wound on a 5 with a catgut bow. And there's a crit again. Alright. The lion is knocked down. So we're going to take a card. Line's knocked down, so that means everybody else gets +3 on the rolls. Shella and Brick are done. +3 on the attack roll. And then this one, it cancels the reaction because it knocked down. And that is a wound anyway, so we will wound there too. Alright, since he's knocked down, we will move up with our Bone Blade. And attack. And only need a 3 to hit. We got 2 hits. No trap. Okay, no traps. We need a 6 to wound, though. Going Beast Maw. And another crit on the Beast Maw. Alright. The blow destroys the White Lion's jaw and affects some AI cards. Roll a 1d5. On a result of 5 or higher, the White Lion's jaw flies off its face. The attacker gains +1 courage and survival. Alright, Phalor, let's see what you got here. Get a 5. Hey, another lantern, another crit roll. Well, I just dropped it off there, but this goes up in stays in play. Very nice. I did move the card, didn't I? I got too excited about the crit, so I did move the card. I'm pretty sure I did. If not, I'm going to be having to hit him 1 extra time. And then we did roll and got the effect there, I think. Didn't I? I'm too excited here. I'm making mistakes already. Okay, well, I'm going to roll to see if I got that effect. 5+ there. And I did not get it. So if I rolled it and I got too excited, I screwed it up. That's okay. Gotta calm down. I'm getting so many crits. I don't know what's going on here. I do terrible. You get the idea. All right, no problem. No problem. We're doing okay. I thought people would be torn apart by this thing, and we're actually doing really well. All right. Another attack here. This one's going to be a miss. No reaction, though, because he's prone. Okay, so the lion will flip back over. We will do the next turn. And now the lion is probably pretty unhappy that we're messing with him. So he's going to pick a target. Closest knockdown, there is none. Closest survivor in range, and that is Phalor or Brick. And I think I'm going to move this monster controller out of here so I don't get confused. I'm going to have him target. I do want him to turn away, but because of the location of the stone face, I think I'll just have him target Phalor instead. So 2+ accuracy, Phalor has no evasion. So single attack, and then the damage is 2, and then the after effect is it's going to grab and run away from everybody. So this is after Phalor, and that's going to be a hit. And I could just see the location, but I'm probably going to go ahead and dodge it. Yeah, 2 damage to the head. No thank you. That's going to go to be a severe injury. No thank you. A dodge will make that miss. We'll turn that into a miss. All right, good deal, good deal. All right, let's let the bow let's let the bow shoot first, since the bow gets the accuracy bonus. 5 to hit, and we got 2 hits. The glorious mane and a trap. Okay, so the trap comes into play first, so the attacker's doomed, cannot do anything. So basic action against the attacker, so 1, 2, 3. And the basic action is 2 speed, 2 accuracy, and it's going to be 2 damage because of enraged. And we're going to see 1 miss and 1 hit. Whoops. And the hit is going to the legs. So I think I'm going to go ahead and dodge that. Flipping those dice still. Dodge that, so no damage goes to Ying. And then, let's see. Ying will be done. We will shuffle those cards back in. All right, now we can get people behind. Let's go ahead and move Brick 1, 2, 3, 4 right behind. Actually, Ying still has his he did his action, but he can still move. So I think I'm gonna move him 1 over. No, he can't. He's shot. And the bow there. Sorry, the bow there. If you shoot it, let's see. I thought it took the aim and activation, but it only says here activation. Oh, because of cumbersome. Cumbersome as a trait down there, cumbersome range 6. Cumbersome means you have to use your movement and action to shoot, so cannot move. Although we can dash if we had survival, we don't. So, whoops, am I doing Shella here when I should be doing... that's the second time I've done Ying there, right? Well, one time Shella, I guess, and one time Ying, so 1 and 1. All right, there we go. I took it off Shella. I should have taken off Ying. So she did an encourage, and then Ying has done a dodge. All right, and he's done. So Brick will move up behind. Brick will get 3 attacks, 6 to wound, and he get what's this die? This is a cocked die, but you can just mouse over. It says 7. So 7 is a hit. Perfect hit is another survival, but it's full, and another hit. So 3 hits. Brick is just tearing it up. 1, 2, and another trap. So the trap, again, monster will turn on Brick and do its basic attack. And Brick is the one with a little bit of armor on his head. So he got only 1 hit. Oops, and that will go to his legs. His legs will take 2 damage. I think he's going to dodge that. Shuffle. Okay. And then Brick is done. So let's get Phalor around behind. And then Phalor will swing. 5 to hit, because it's normally 6. And we got no hits there. Then Shella's going to come in, and she's got the reach. And 1 hit. Soft belly. And that's probably not, he's a 4, and that was a 3, so no wound. All right, so we're all done. So next turn. All right, this lion's probably very unhappy. Chomp, the closest threat facing, that's Brick, right in front of him. 1 attack, 2+ accuracy. This always targets the head location. Oh, that's good. We have armor on our head. 2 to hit. Yep, it's a hit. Oh, we don't need to roll it. It's gonna target the head. That is 2 plus 1 damage, so that's 2 damage to the head. We have 3 armor on our head because of the bone or skull helmet, so we're going to take 1, 2. That's all right. No problem. Back to us. Let's see. Ying is in the blind spot with the catgut bow. It's kind of interesting, so let's go ahead and shoot. That's a +2 accuracy, plus 1 more because of the blind spot. So that would be a 7. -3 is a 4 to hit, 5 to wound. 1 hit, it is a 4. Okay, 5 to wound. Failure means he's going to attack. It is a hit. We'll shuffle the cards here. And Ying is done. All right. Phalor's in the blind spot, so we'll let Phalor take his swing. Looks like 1 hit. This one is a failure. It's a 6 to wound. If it's a failure, he's going to run over Brick here. That's kind of a bad thing. Brick may have to dash out of the way of that. And 5 is not enough to wound, so he's going to take off running. He's going to move up here, and Brick can either get picked up and carried, and he's got plenty of ability to get carried, so I think we'll go ahead and let him get carried here. And the attacker suffers 1 damage per monster level, and that is a specific level of damage that doesn't include this plus damage as far as I know, where the plus damage token per monster level goes to things like the damage on his basic attack. See, the damage it pluses that. I do not think it pluses the effects that say things like this. So this is an after effect anyway. So he'll grab Brick. We'll let him take Brick for a ride. I rolled the waste for Brick, but he's going to lose 1 waste there. Okay, and Brick is unable to move at this point. That's okay. So that was Phalor. that did that. We can't quite get there with Shella. So I think Phalor, let's see, he may turn around and come back here. So I think Phalor will move just out of his range. There. Okay, Shella will just, maybe Shella can do something here. Yeah, she could drink her Frenzy Juice, so let's drink her Frenzy Potion. So we'll sacrifice that. Her Survival Frenzy once per showdown. So if she drinks that, right here, Frenzy, she gains 1d5 Insanity. So we're going to roll that. So she gains 5 Insanity because I rolled a Lantern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she gains a +1 speed and +1 strength. So she's going to be hitting faster and harder as well. And then now you can see she's going to throw 3 dice, 6 to hit and 3 to wound now. So she's even better. All right, next turn. But she cannot spend her survival anymore. Size up. Random threat and field of view. It's one of these 3. We'll start with Ying as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4 is Phalor. So we'll rotate here. Looking at Phalor. Here's the attack. 4, I believe, is a hit. It is. Phalor suffers 1 brain damage and gets knocked down. Okay, so the lion is pretty far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but still in range of our catgut bow. So Brick is down, but we could also encourage him to get up. But I think we'll leave him down for the time being, and we'll attack with the catgut bow. And 1 is a hit, and this one's a 5. A 5 is a miss. All right. Wound. He'll come running at our person here if we wound him. Wound on a 5, and we do wound. Move the card. So basic attack. Attacker suffers 1 brain damage. Okay, we are out of brain there. And then perform a basic attack. So the basic attack says move and attack. So we're going to move all the way back up here, which is kind of what I expected. And attack. 1 miss. Good. And 1 hit. And the hit is 2 damage to our legs. And I think we're going to take that because our attack is done. So we'll stand up on the next turn. So Ying is done. We'll leave Brick down. Phalor is down. Shella has the ability to hit hard. So we'll move her 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll get in the blind spot even though she has a reach weapon. So now, she's, because of her speed, but she cannot dodge anymore, she's going to attack. It is a 6 normally, but a 5 is how she's going to wound or hit. So she's got 2 hits. 1, 2. Failure, he's going to run on this one. And this failure is a basic attack. 3 to wound. Let's go for the tricep first. That's a hit. Only got 1 card left. The scapuloid. 3 is still a hit. So we got that gun. Okay, so he's down to his basic attack now. He's in a bit of trouble. Oh, I forgot he had an accuracy penalty too. So he should be rolling at a -1. So he's even worse off than before. We could let Phalor pass. I think, let's see, we've still got a lot of survival left over and a lot of hit points. So let's let Brick use one of his survivals to encourage Phalor to get up. So Phalor can't get around behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So we'll just kind of go up here and swing with our sword. 6 to hit. We just need to hit 1 more time. And we got 1 hit. Now we just need to wound and this fight is over. 6 to wound. Oh, 5. Missed it. Alright. So Phalor's done. I'm going to take a basic attack probably against Phalor, and that should be okay. We still got survival left over. So we'll go ahead and go next turn. So basic attack here says closest survivor in field of view in range. So that is these 2 right here. They, even though Ying is a threat, not a threat, this says closest survivor. So I can pick between the 2. So of course I'm going to pick Phalor here. rather than the other. So this is a -1 accuracy, which I should have remembered from before. Both are hits, 2 damage to each location. Hands and waist. So Phalor will take 1-2 to the waist and probably just dodge the arms. We don't have to necessarily dodge. Could take it and get knocked prone, but I think I'd rather not. Brick will get up, Ying will get up. Okay, so can I get up there with Brick? I think Phalor is going to spend his action to use the Order of Death, which allows everybody to gain +2 insanity. So 1, 2, have all non-death survivors once per showdown. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we got a little bit of armor there. Nice way to end the showdown. And then Phalor's going to run into the grass here. Maybe, let's see. Right here. Get out of his way a little bit. So Phalor's done. And then let's let Shella attack with her spear. She hits on a 6. She got 2 hits. 1, 2. We'll go for the Glorious Mane. That does not do any AI cards, so that will not kill. But if we crit, we get resource. No crit. Wounded a 3 and kill. And there it is. The lion is down. Shella stabs him with the lion spear right through the neck, and the lion falls. All right. Good job, everybody. Okay, so we now gain 1 hunt XP. Which now... oh, everybody should have their star here. I didn't do that last time. We'll gain a hunt XP. So Brick is running with the dagger. Now you can change this later, and we'll gain a weapon proficiency. Phalor will gain the hunt XP, but no weapon proficiency. But that will gain this star here, so next hunt we can put that on them. And Phalor will now roll in the age table for the first age here. Oops. 2d10, so we rolled an 8, and an 8 is a fighting art. So he's going to get a new fighting art. Unconscious fighter. It takes 7 bleed tokens to kill you. That's kind of interesting. So usually it takes 5, but for Phalor it takes 7. Okay, Ying gained a level, so we'll roll the same thing. Ying rolled a 9. 9 is a random fighting art. And we got Timeless Eye. Your attack roll is a perfect hit on a 9 or 10. You cannot use Timeless Eye if you have the blind severe head injury. Okay, so a 9 or 10 is a perfect hit. So probably want to get a weapon on Ying that allows for good perfect hits. And the catgut bow does not do that, but the dagger does. So that might be something that we can switch over. Perfect hit, an attack roll result of a lantern of 10. So we gain survival back if we give her the dagger instead. And Shella will gain another level of Hunt XP, and we'll roll. And we got a 13, which is a fighting art as well. Wow, everybody got fighting arts. And this one is Crazed. On a perfect hit, gain 1 insanity. Insanity sounds bad, but it's actually good in this world. All right. So we gained all of our fighting arts, we gained all our stuff, and I do need to give them stars so that I remember. And I forgot last time because Brick, but he does have dagger right now. But he may switch that up, I'm not sure. Dagger's good, but I don't know if Brick wants to use a dagger forever. We'll see. All right, then we get our 4 basic resources. 2, 3, 4. And also we get 4 White Lion resources. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got the Glorious Mane. Another wild card there and a couple bones. Okay. Put him back. Not sure if that's going to go there. Yeah, there it went. Okay. All right. And then we will gather up all of these cards to move. We got a lot of resources this time around. Some good stuff too. All right. I gotta get them off the dice, or I'm gonna be moving my dice too. All right, pick them all up and drag them over to our settlement. We'll sort them out later. Okay. So we go back to our settlement here, and that was kind of our setup, and now the survivors return, so we're going to heal, remove tokens, not remove gear. Of course, this is automatic in the mod here. Just click heal and rest, heal and rest, heal and rest, and that restores all of our hit points and everything. And then we will gain endeavors. We gain 4 for the 4 returning people. And then we do the timeline update there. So we're going to click our next lantern year. Nothing going on here, which is kind of nice. By the way, we do have encourage and dash. I click on the survival actions there. And we'll put the rivalry back. Shuffle the settlement events. Pull 1. Nickname. Uh-oh. Every returning survivor gets a nickname. Each rolls a 1d10 on all 3 tables below. Add the nickname to the survivor's current name between their first name and surname. A survivor may only be nicknamed once in a lifetime. Okay. So we're going to bring all of our colored dice over here to roll them all at once to see what they get. Now, of course, rolling a skull is a bad thing, and rolling a lantern is a good thing. So hopefully we don't get that. Let's see what we get here. We got a lantern on green. Okay, so I'm going to give them their names here for the first part. Okay, so Phalor got the Shining, which is a +1 accuracy. I'll show you their nicknames once we get through it all. We'll roll on the second table now. No skulls, no skulls. Okay. Okay, and the last roll here. No skulls, no skulls. All right, good deal. Okay, so we now have the Brick Dingle Sneak of the Lantern, and he had no penalties and nothing from that. Phalor, Shining Fool of the Lion, he got +1 accuracy there, so that's going to help him with the daggers if we give it to him. Ying got Ying Brainless Sneak of the Antelope, no pluses or anything, no minuses. And Shella got Shella Wise Fool of the Lantern, and got no benefits from that at all. So that wasn't so bad, actually. It could have been a lot worse. We could have lost accuracy, strength, or speed, or even gained it. And overall, we did gain 1 accuracy, and accuracy is a little bit hard to come by, so that is a good thing to have. We do have a lingering event here. You can rename, you can gain a nickname if we spend an endeavor to roll on the table. And then you may change your first name, but I'm not going to do that. Not going to spend my hard-earned endeavors just to get nicknames and get penalties too. All right, on the timeline, we have nothing here, so we're good to just move forward into our next phase here. Update death count, nothing. Check our milestones. We'll check the milestones real quick. First birth is already happened. Death, population, innovations. Our population is 14, so we need 1 more to get our society. And we need 5 innovations. We have 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's see what we got here. Make sure I've got these all separated out. Okay, so here's our things here. By the way, we're now on the development step. All right, we can, of course, we could consider innovating. We've also got the Shimmering Mane, which the Shimmering Mane, if we look at the Catarium here, gives us the chance to make the lion headdress, and the headdress you can add in addition to the head armor. So you could wear head armor and you put the lion headdress on top of that. Now, I don't necessarily want to do that because I could break that into 2 hides. So having 2 hides is pretty powerful. We also have white fur here. And we can use white fur to continue our set here with a bone or even the lion helm there, a great cat bone. Let's see what we'll do with that here in a second. One thing I would like to really try to do is make a full set of rawhide. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hides to make a full set of rawhide. And if we wanted to do that, we could go with 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's worth 2. As you see, we can break it down to make 2, 5. So we could actually make 5 right there if we wanted to. And I think I'm going to throw all those out. That's the random one. I'm going to throw all those out and make an entire set of rawhide here. Okay, so here's our full set of rawhide. And we'll bring it over here. And we'll drop it on Brick's chart, but I'm not sure if I'm going to make him keep it right now. We don't have anybody with evasion yet. So actually, maybe the Phalor. I might give it to Phalor, because Phalor can take more bleed. So we'll probably put it on Phalor here. We'll remove the cloth and start putting it on Phalor here. As you can see, I'm connecting some of this together. And if we connect those, you can see we have to connect those 2 pieces and also connect here. And then we will get the effect where if I use an activation, I can reveal the top 2 cards of the AI deck and place them back in any order. We also get +1 evasion. I'm going to grab an evasion token and put it on the permanent tokens down here since it's part of the armor set. Now you do have to check that every time to make sure you don't screw up if you break it down or something. Also, since we do have all of the armor pieces for the rawhide, we can dig out the rawhide armor set and show you what that does. Right here. The rawhide armor set, you notice it went up there, gives a +1 armor to each location, and whenever you perform a survival action roll, or roll a d10, and on a 6+ gain +1 survival. So here we have our actions: dodge, encourage, dash. Anytime we spend a survival, we can roll a d6 and gain 1 survival. So that's pretty nice. And if Phalor's running and carries a dagger, we'll be able to get that back again too because of the perfect hits, 9 and 10. So dagger is really good for Phalor, I think. We're gonna have to either make him one or give him one of the others. Let's see here. What can we do? All right. As far as the other stuff goes, we might want to do an innovation. If we wanted to do an innovation here, I don't need a broken lantern right now. Save that. If I want to do an innovation, I would need to use this. That would leave me with fur, bone, great cat bone, and lion claw. The lion claw I could use as an arrow, but I would like to save it for the Katars. I need 2 lion claws, 2 hides to make the Katars. So we could make a white lion gauntlets, which gives us our pounce, which we didn't use last time, but it gives an accuracy to the pounce. We could use the helm. The helm would allow us to connect to a red, have to connect at least to the red once, and then have to have a blue on there, and then you can roar and gain all non-death survivors gain +2 strength until the end of the turn. All other survivors gain +1 insanity. Non-death insane survivors gain +2 strength until the end of the round, and all other survivors who are not insane gain +1 insanity. That's what it is. And we do have 1 piece of lion gear right here. And that helmet, I don't think will connect to that piece. Because it's, of course, a helmet, so it wouldn't work. Head armor is very valuable, as you can imagine. I think we'll probably make the head armor. So we're going to sacrifice the bones and the fur. Make the head armor. We'll bring this over to Brick right now. We'll take his helm and put it on someone else. Yeah, so we can connect here. So we do have the puzzle piece connected, but we don't have any blue. We need a blue to fit in there if we want to use that. All right. We have lion claw and a bone. And with a bone, I don't think we could make some more. I could make some bone darts. And the bone darts are nice if you have to throw something. Range is 6, only 1 but you get one die, but it's nice if you can't quite get there. Could use both of them to make a bone axe, which is pretty tough. But again, I don't know. We've already got weapons on everybody. So saving it is an option as well. Bandages would be nice too. Okay, well, anyway, we're going to innovate. So we're going to spend 1 on innovation. I'm going to throw out all of these. And we're going to shuffle and draw 2. So we have Inner Lantern and Partnership. I don't really care for Partnership. I'm going to definitely take Inner Lantern. That gives us the Surge option, which allows us to Surge, spend 1 survival, and immediately gain an activation, which is nice for double attacks, especially if you get them knocked down or you want to do some extra activity or something. And we also need the Inner Lantern consequences. So search those out by typing Inner Lantern. There they are. Pull them out and drop them in our innovation deck. Whoopsie. And shuffle. There we go. Okay, so the question is, do we want to use our bones for anything, or do we want to just save them? Our lion claw, we could turn into a lion claw-headed arrow, which is a pretty nice arrow. It does make the fight easier if you hit early on, so I think I'm going to do that. I'll toss that claw, copy the lion claw head arrow, and drop that on Ying over here. Now that arrow is only 1 die, but it's a 6 to hit, so it's pretty accurate. It's a little more accurate than the bow. 6 to wound, so it's a good chance to wound. And if you just hit, you don't have to wound. Just if you hit with it, it gives the monster a -1 evasion token. So it's totally worth it if you can fire and hit with it, because the -1 evasion would allow you to be more accurate. You can see the battle UI over here. If I drop the evasion down, you can notice that it drops the accuracy, so it's easier to hit. And the bone-headed arrow, is it right? The bonehead, the claw-headed arrow allows you to hit more easily because maybe slows them down a bit, makes them less agile or something. We have a bone left over, 1 single bone, and I think with that single bone, I have to consider, do I want to make another dagger set instead of the bone blade? Baylor is running with the bone blade, but he would definitely do better with the dagger or something that does something on a perfect hit. And there are other weapons that can apply perfect hit. The dagger is one of the first ones, and that works well with that early set bonus. I don't think there's anything really that does good perfect hit stuff here, although the bone axe is nice for criticals. Yeah, so it's just the dagger. So I think we're going to definitely give the dagger to Phalor. So Phalor can pass the bone blade over to this person, who probably will leave Brick behind in the next fight to get some training to someone else, since his dagger is now missing. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and we still got that bone left over, so I think I might want to make bone darts. I think, yeah, I'm going to spend the bone. I'm going to drop some bone darts on somebody here. I want to put it on our tank. I think I'll drop it on our tank, possibly. The tank can't quite get there. Maybe you can get in a certain position and force them to attack by hitting them with a bone dart or something like that. The reason I don't give it to this character over here is, yeah, try to get a little bit closer to the move and then pounce. But I don't know. It could go to either way, I think, because this one can use the rawhide headband. So I think I will switch it over here. I'm going to pack up Brick. I'm not going to take Brick on the next mission. Put him on the side there. But Brick's going to sit it out for now. Okay, good deal. I think we're good. We've got our cloth up here. We'll move this down. There's nothing much to do. We are preparing our departing survivors then for our population. We still have no dead people. That's pretty amazing. So, Agathon skipped the last hunt. I'm interested to bring him along. To give him more XP here. Andros is, of course, sitting out with the broken ribs and the contracture. And Fear the Dark, yeah, Hope. There's no way we're taking Hope out. So I think we're taking Agathon back out. There he is. So Agathon doesn't have any hunt XP right now. And we still have 3 endeavors to spend. Now, to spend those endeavors, we could do one of 2 things right now with what we've got. Of course, we can't do anything with our innovations at all. So our other option is, of course, we could do the naming thing, which is an option, I guess, because that card was there. I could pull that back out and do it. Could do augury and try to have another kid and sacrifice our only broken lantern there, which I think I probably want to do. So we're going to send Shella the Wise to do the augury. I don't think anybody else has good understanding. I'm just going to run through and check too on Shella the Wise Fool. No one else has understanding. So, okay. We're going to roll with Shella the Wise Fool here. Is going to be our augury. So drop 1 off. And roll it. Looking for a high number. And that's good. We got an intimacy. Alright, so the intimacy event is down here. This is our thing that we've done before. So we just need to pick our people that are going to have kids. And of course, it's going to be our 2 people here. Andros, who is depressed and back in camp, has made good friends with Hope. So Andros and Hope are going to have babies. And hopefully they have good kids. And an 8, which means we gain +1 survival. The male and female share a deep bond and gain +10 survival. But they're already maxed out, I think, at 2. So we'll get, whoop, that's experience. So Hope and Andros have 2. New survivor, we're going to make it a female. Because we need females all the time, just in case. 1 man and a bunch of females can still have a bunch of babies, right? Unless they run off in the darkness, which is an option too. Okay. Let's see. That does... From this step on, check milestones. From this step on, trigger any milestone story events when the conditions are satisfied. So our population is 15 now, which is really nice. So that means that we now trigger 15 population society. All right, so now we must choose. There was once a mad woman who spent her days talking to the darkness. One day it spoke back. We must choose collective toil or accept the darkness. Collective toil, tainted by the darkness, a survivor nearly brought ruin to the settlement. On the day of her exile, the people decided that all must spend equal time hunting, working to avoid future disasters. We lose a population and add the Bone Witch to the timeline. We gain the principle of collective toil. The other one, the darkness spoke startling truths. It told people they were monsters, just like the ones they hunted. People accepted their monstrosity, their place in the stalking in the darkness. The settlement gains accept darkness. Okay, let's see what those are. Okay, so collective toil says for every settlement phase you gain +1 population. Plus, if you have 10 population, you get +1 endeavor. That's pretty nice. Accept the darkness. The settlement no longer fears the darkness. Letting go means your resolve cannot be cracked. +2 to all brain trauma rolls. That's pretty nice too. Hard to say. And then we could lose one of our survivors and get the Bone Witch. If we roll a 6 to 10, a female survivor can possibly gain the quixotic disorder, and also the leader and orator fighting arts, which is Order of Death, which you already have. The other option is we're going to get this Bone Witch, which we don't know what she's going to do. But 3 unknown survivors with ink-stained eyes drag a monster corpse into the settlement. We gain 3 population and 2 random line resources and a skull resources. Ooh, that's really nice. course, all survivors up to the survivor limit is not so good. I think collective toil, it helps our settlement. We're going to do collective toil. We work together. Settlement leans into the storm. Everyone holds strong. You will triumph. We're working together. That lady needs some clothes, doesn't she? Okay. So we're being nice. We're protecting the young. We're working together. We built some houses. We have this inner lantern where we feel our hearts are strong and we're holding hearts in our hands. Literally, this picture shows that. And we paint. So I think we're good people. We're pretty good people. All right, so here we have to unfortunately lose one population, and this is not a death, so one of our population is going to disappear. And since it's a woman, a bone witch, we're just going to delete one of the survivors here. We're just going to delete. She's not dead. Next, we have to add the bone witch 3 years from now. 1, 2, 3. Bone witch. She's probably coming back to torment us. And we got to roll a d10. Big numbers. 3 is not what I wanted. All survivors gain survival at the survival limit. That's too bad. I did not want that. Oh well. We'll start with the top here. Survival limit is 2, so we're just going to bounce them all up to 2. Which is a little bit okay if they have to spend survival in the settlement phase. Some of them don't have it. And now some of them don't even have a name, but they're maxed out in survival, which is kind of nice. Oh, by the way, our new person here gained a +1 understanding, I think. Is that protect the young? No, it's not. That was the graves, I think. So we still don't have any dead people. Even the one that wandered off didn't exactly die. I was hoping for some resources there. Okay, we prepared our departing survivors. We have no special showdowns. We've archived our resources all the time. That's done because I copy them and just drop them in. And then, well, before we end, I think we still have some more resources. Yes, we still have 2 more. So, let's check our population and see. Brick has 3 XP. And as long as he has, here's shared experience. Nominate a survivor that has 2 or more hunt XP than yourself. They describe illuminating details of their desired death. If you are not deaf, gain +1 hunt XP from their story. 2 or more. So Agathon is coming out with us. He has only 1 hunt XP. So Brick can teach Agathon. We're going to have Brick teach Agathon. So Agathon will now gain a hunt XP. And then he will take the type sword because he has a sword. Although we could do darts too, I think. Let me see if there's a specialization for darts. No, there is no darts, so we don't want to do that. Is that right? Darts? Thrown? Bone? I guess thrown. We'll see if there's a thrown one. I don't think there is. No. Okay, so he's going to go sword. And we'll roll on the chart here and see what Agathon gets for his age buff here. Wow, he got a 17. And a 17 is a +1 permanent accuracy. Okay, that's really nice. Fighting arts are good, but accuracy, of course, means he's going to hit more often. So some fighting arts are really powerful, and some just sit there and do nothing until a situation arises. But accuracy is forever useful. Plus, you can gain fighting arts through other ways than just age. So that's the other thing. All right. So Phalor is doing daggers right now. Of course, we're doing Ying is doing bow, and Shella is doing the spear as their weapon proficiency. All right. Let's see. Everybody's got 2 brain, or 7. We haven't hunted the antelope yet. We are trying to put together something with the lion, though. So if we stop hunting the lion and go after the antelope, we will get the antelope settled. Or no, we won't. We have to build it. But the antelope does drop some decent resources, so it is something to consider. We have darts. I think we'll go after the antelope this time. We're going to clean up our showdown here. We're choosing to hunt the antelope, the screaming antelope. Okay. And yeah, now we are ending the settlement phase and our survivors are going to depart. Now they're already maxed out in survival. Our survival limit is 2. We got everybody maxed out due to that event. But otherwise, we also got surge too. We would have departed and got +1, and then their gear and so on would have given them even more. So in this hunt, it seems Agathon is going to be chasing the antelope around, trying to hit with his pounce, because the pounce will give him a +1 strength if he uses it. He does not have the ability to use the lion-headed helm, unfortunately. Our tank is going to be Phalor. Phalor can take extra bleed, but I don't think he's going to bleed much. And he can choose to use his insanity to help cover the team if they need some insanity. He's going to get some more insanity when he arrives as well. And then Ying is going to continue with the bow. Actually, Ying is the one that needs the perfect hit, isn't it? Oh, I got mixed up here. Look at that. All right, so I might have to switch that Phalor. I wrote Phalor there. We're going to switch these guys out. So I'm going to pack up Phalor and pack up Ying. I'm going to switch them. There we go. So in this situation, yeah, so now we get the Timeless Eye here. So we hit on a perfect hit on a 9 or 10. That means Ying is doing everything that Phalor would have normally done before. So we're going to have to switch their minis. Let's see, we've got a male with a bow. We're going to give that here. And we need a female, just any female here. Young Rachel sounds good. Let's delete those. Here's Agathon. And I don't know what happened to Shella. Where's she at? Her mini. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Okay, she's still running there. So now you got to check this stuff because I've got 4 characters. It's hard to remember everything. So now the Timeless Eye is on Ying. Ying, the brainless sneak of the antelope, is no longer running the bow. We're running dagger. And then Phalor is running bow instead, which is a little bit unusual since Phalor is got the bleed option here. But the Order of Death is kind of nice because stand in the back and can't quite hit, so it doesn't know what else to do. Well, it could use Order of Death at that time. The perfect hit crazed is just something that's going to happen randomly, so we're going to go ahead and let her do that. Just with her spear. And I think that's pretty good. +1 strength with the spear there. Phalor has +1 accuracy to hit with the bow. That should help with the claw-headed arrow to land that, and that'll help even more. And then, of course, the bow's going to land as well. And then here we've got a little bit of evasion, and then we've got all that perfect hit stuff to help with the dodge and dash and get out of the way, or even possibly encourage. You'll see that in action next time. And Agathon is running with the Bone Blade, which just does okay to wound. It's pretty accurate, and wound is a little okay. And some Bone Darts just in case can't quite get up there. And the Pounce to help with the wound of the Bone Blade. We do need to get the gloves soon, I think, to help with that Pounce down the road. Okay, everybody is set to go, I think. All right. In the next episode, we're going to be hunting the Screaming Antelope. And if you want to see what he looks like, I'll show you in the showdown here. Well, actually, I could just bring him up on the sheet. The Screaming Antelope. There he is. And you can see the picture of what he looks like. Pretty nasty looking creature, right? He's got an open belly there, and just looks terrible. So we're going to be going after him. All right. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next episode.